Hello, peachies! Welcome back to Dear Peachy. It's that beautiful in-between moment when spring starts melting into summer. The flowers are in full bloom. There's a gentle breeze in the air, and everything just feels soft and light. This is the season where pastel tones really shine, and honestly, nothing captures that mood better than a dreamy light purple eyeshadow look. Today, we are sharing a look by a rising makeup creator from XiaoHongShu. Her name, actually means fish. This look is all about that delicate, translucent, almost ethereal vibe that looks effortlessly pretty. If you fall into the light summer or a spring seasonal palette, this kind of makeup will complement you beautifully. It's fresh, airy, and just perfect for this time of year. Is a new makeup influencer who only started her journey not too long ago, and she's slowly building a loyal following. Her style leans into that natural, soft, and delicate look. Perfect if you're just getting into makeup or prefer something more effortless and wearable. If you've been looking for inspiration that's easy to follow and beginner-friendly, her profile is definitely worth checking out. Starts her routine with her usual skincare, making sure her skin and lips are nicely hydrated so everything goes on smooth and fresh. She casually mentions she's been binge-watching Pursuit of Jade lately and can't stop, which, honestly, is such a mood. Once her skin is prepped, she pops in a pair of subtle lenses, real ring gray from Olin's, giving her eyes that soft, natural enhancement without looking too obvious. Then she moves on to her base. She applies a thin layer of foundation, focusing on the center of her face, the inner cheeks, nose bridge, forehead, and chin using a flat foundation brush. After that, she uses a damp cushion puff to gently pat everything out. To bring forward the mid-face, mixes in a white foundation pigment with her base to lighten the shade. This doubles as a soft matte highlight. She applies a thin layer again to the center areas of her face with a brush, then blends it out with the cushion puff for that naturally lifted effect. For her nose contour, she uses the ColourGram Contour Stick in shade 2. She starts by sketching a soft bracket shape around the tip of her nose, then adds a subtle V-shaped shadow from the nose root connecting the brows, along with a short vertical line on the bridge. To deepen the eye area, she extends the contour from the nose root into a gentle C shape around the eye sockets. Finally, she blends everything out using the sponge tip on the other end of the stick. Then she lightly sets her base with a loose powder using a soft brush, keeping everything airy and natural rather than overly matte. Mentions that she's a bit conscious about her smile lines, so she makes sure to gently set that area to help blur and reduce their appearance. She also sweeps a light layer of powder over her eyelids. For the eyes, is using the Dasique Mauve Vert palette to create that soft, dreamy purple look. She starts with a light mauve shade, sweeping it all over her upper lids as a base. Then, switching to a smaller brush, she takes the same shade and gently runs it along her lower lash line. At the outer corners, she slightly extends the shade outward and lifts it upwards to create a soft, diffused shape. Next, she picks up a top shade with a clean, more precise brush and begins defining the lower lash line. Starting from the middle, she blends the color straight out toward the outer corner, then goes back in and softly blends from the outer corner inward along the lash line. She then goes in with a deeper brown shade, focusing it on the very outer corner of the eyes and blending it slightly downward to enhance that gentle shadow. After that, she cleans up any unevenness under the eyes using concealer, then sets the tear trough area with a matte highlighting powder. She also lightly sets her smile lines again to keep everything looking smooth and refined. Going back to the eyes, uses a liner pen to softly define the aguiosol. She draws a delicate line along the under-eye fat and blends it out with a brush so it melts seamlessly into the eyeshadow. For a touch of brightness, she picks up the lightest pink shade in the palette and applies it to the inner corners of her eyes. She then blends it slightly along the crease, following the natural contour of her eye shape, and softly diffuses it across the front half of her upper lid. She uses the same pink shade to highlight the aiguille cell, placing it at the center and blending it forward and slightly backward, stopping around where it aligns with the outer edge of the iris. Finally, with whatever product is left on the brush, she lightly sweeps it around the inner corner groove. This not only brightens the area but also helps soften the appearance of the tear trough, making the under eye area look fresher and more awake. He then switches to a light pink shade with fine shimmer from the same palette and softly lines it along her inner corners, upper lids, and the front half of her egg yolk cell. For blush, she uses the matching Desique Mauve Bear blush palette. She picks up the product with her fingers and gently taps it onto the outer corners of her eyes, blending it into the eyeshadow to create a seamless, cohesive look. Next, she goes in with a soft pink blush and blends it onto her cheeks and across the sides of her nose. She also lightly sweeps it along the sides of her forehead, giving her that naturally flushed effect. To keep everything soft and diffused, she goes over it with a cushion puff to gently blend everything out. For eyeliner, Yu uses a bent eyeliner brush, which gives her more control and precision. Instead of a liquid liner, she uses an eyeliner powder to create a softly extended line at the outer corners, then tight lines along her lash line. This technique gives a much more natural and blended look compared to a sharp, harsh line. She also lightly defines the inner corners and traces along the lower lash line to tie everything together. She then creates faux freckles by lightly dotting a brown shade across her cheeks, using a fine Q-tip, keeping them soft and natural looking. Since you dyed her hair a lighter shade, she softens her brows to match using a tinted brow gel. She brushes through them starting from the tail toward the front, then switches direction from the front to the tail to evenly coat every strand. It instantly makes her brows look softer and less harsh. While letting the brows set, she goes back in with contour powder to refine her nose. She lightly defines the bridge, adds a bit more structure at the tip, and then brings a touch of contour to the philtrum to give her lips a slightly more lifted, pointy look. She also sweeps a little contour onto the brow bone for extra depth. Since she's going in with a lighter lip color later, she first mutes her natural lip tone using a bit of foundation. Then she extends the tail of her brows slightly with brow powder, just to give them a more elongated shape. A hint of matte highlighter on the brow bone. Next, she sharpens her eyeliner using a gel liner, tracing over the shape she created earlier with powder and extending it a little further for a more defined, elongated look. Before applying falsies, she curls her lashes and adds a coat of mascara. For this look, Yu goes for a wispy, flared-out style, what's often called foxy lashes in the Chinese beauty community. It really helps to elongate the eyes and gives that lifted effect. For the lips, she keeps it soft and glossy. She applies a light-toned lip gloss to brighten the overall lip color, then layers a clear gloss right on the center and Cupid's bow to create that plump, pouty finish. Before she finishes the look, she adds a touch of shimmery highlighter from Rare Beauty. She gently dabs it onto the center of her cheeks, the brow bone, and the tip of her nose to bring in that soft, dewy glow. It ties everything together and gives that fresh, glossy skin finish that catches the light in the most effortless way. And that's it. What we love most about this is how lightweight it feels. It doesn't look heavy at all. And you still get that really pretty, translucent effect coming through. The tones lean more on the cool side, which just makes everything feel fresh and effortless. And honestly, it looks so good for this season. What do you think about this? Will you try this out too? Let us know in the comment. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Goodbye.